Hello and welcome to Dreams of Wings, and welcome here to Chamonix and Aosta Valley huts and helipads for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024, which is the latest release from that genius of beautiful scenery that's great for flying helicopters in, Cli4D Designs. Now thank you to him for giving me the opportunity to show it to you in this video. But first of all, let's hit the bar and we'll go flying in the morning, hey? Right, here we are, bright-eyed and as bushy-tailed as a Alpine squirrel that's just spent the night in a lovely little refuge with a plentiful supply of ice-cold beer. How wonderful. Yeah, so here we go. We're going to have a nice little flight around the 5 key points of this scenery. So it's a nice little tour. We have got passengers in the back. We are just going to, there we go, raise the, yeah, see you fellas. Just don't want to hear them chundering or screaming really if we do any kind of sharp maneuvers, but we're going to have some fun. I have my co-pilot here. You may recognize him. Yep, you. He, of course, you're used to seeing him in an RAF flying suit, but here he is. We are full civvy mode in this luxury helicopter. We don't often fly luxury, but we've brought along our 202 Squadron search and rescue patch there. Well, it's not really 202 Squadron, but it's an RAF search and rescue patch. So we're kind of feeling at home, aren't we? Although we're not going to be rescuing anyone today. Right, okie dokie. I'm going to get airborne and then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this pack, which is absolutely fantastic. But Cli4D makes the most beautiful scenery for helicopter enthusiasts to fly around in. Great places to train and hone your skills, and also to gawp at some beautiful scenery. So let's just do a couple of things first. We're going to remember that we're not flying search and rescue or HEMS. So I'm going to do things slightly differently. We'll get some lights on and let's get the prime pumps on. So they are all good to go. Seeing as we are up in the hills, let's have Santa's sleigh warning.
Fire. Engine 1, fire. Engine 2, fire.
Okay, that's all good.
Audio test.
Quick lamp test. Yep, all good. Lovely jubbly. Have that off. We'll do a pre-flight shortly. Quick look down here. Okay. Excellent. Right. Okay. So we've got all that on. We've got the prime pumps on. We've got the battery on and we've got some lights, so we're ready to start whizzing some things around. So let's have engine 1, if you please. M1 rising, TOT rising, and the good old oil pressure is rising as well. Warm, fuzzy feeling all round. We've got at least one engine that seems to be working okay. Right, we don't need the high altitude aircon on now, so we can close the door. Okay. Engine 2 seems to be there. Let's now have sorry, engine 1 seems to be there. Let's have engine 2. T rising, M1 rising, and oil pressure rising. Startup test okay, and we've got both engines showing idle, just like the pilot. And we can see the torque has suddenly shot up. Oh, hello. The helicopter's trying to move. Let's stay where we are, please. The H145, of course, hasn't been updated in a very long time, so it can behave strangely at times, but fingers crossed we'll be alright. Okay, all looking good. So let's pop up here now, and we will have prime pumps off. We'll have transfer pumps on. All the avionics, DC reception in the back, so they can plug in their iPhones and send all their selfies. We won't be having any selfies here, any selfies up to Instagram, because let's face it, that's what this is all about. Let's have the strobe on. I'm going to put the landing light on just for the hell of it. But otherwise, we are all good. Don't think we need to worry about anything else. We'll do a quick pre-flight test on here and down there. Let's have the system page up so we can quickly have a look through. I will actually put those on. So it's just going to cycle through everything and check that things are working. WXR, where the radar is red because we have it switched off. And we have pre-flight test OK. So we've got startup test OK, pre-flight test OK. Everything is looking lovely. So let's have that off again, and then we will go back to let's have previous. All good there. Happy with that. Happy with that. Marvellous. Okay, we're not going to be using the GTNXIs, but I'll get those loaded up just so that we have them. They're quite good to have. What's something I will do, seeing as the visibility today is rather good. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe it's not done a test yet. I was expecting to be able to go into the terrain and turn the tours off, but it's not selectable, which is interesting. I think I might know why. Let's have a quick look. If I remember, it's been a long time. Yeah, there we go. It's on PMS mode. It's been a long time since I've flown the luxury, so that there's a lot of settings that aren't on in there. I'm just checking that. Yeah, that's all good. Let's have a look here. So I need to change all my settings here. If you're interested, this is kind of where I like to have my settings. On the old. Whoa, there we go. It's behaving strangely, maybe because it's at high altitude. You notice the helicopter spun a little bit then. We'll have that there. Aircraft damage is on. Okay, that's all good. Right, and the last thing I'm going to do is we are going to whack on the little nav map, because that's what I'm using to navigate. Here we go. Now we're in proper mode. I'll just wait for that to do its test, and then we'll be turning that off, because otherwise she's going to be moaning.
HTOS test OK.
She's going to be moaning the whole time. So let's go HTOS inhibit. Thank you. And we will leave that there. Okay, quick check. Have we got any issues here? No, that's all good. We can acknowledge that. I know that that's actually correct for the QNH, because I'm using the Few Clouds preset so that we can have a good look at the scenery. So that's absolutely fine, and I'm happy with everything there. Okay, let's have engines to flight. They are definitely behaving strangely. Okay, so let's think through the problem rather than cheat. Have we got any issues with that? No, we haven't. We just have two DUF engines. Interesting. Let's check failures. We don't have any failures. We don't have any failures. We don't have any failures. Have we finally reached the point where the H145 doesn't work? This is slightly concerning. Let's have a quick look up top. Have I missed anything silly? Don't think so. Interesting. I'm just going to pull a little bit pitch just to see. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. So, I think what's happening is, I think potentially something has broken the flight model, potentially, a little bit, maybe. The altitude that we are at, I would imagine we should be okay in this helicopter. But I'm going to try and experiment. So let's get the little nav map back on again. And before anyone says in the comments, I know you wouldn't do this in real life, but we need to try and do something. So let's got the cyclic trim release on, and I'm just going to start pulling a bit of power and see if we can wake it up a bit. So that's woken it up a bit. Just going to hold it there. I suspect what's going on is because we're at high altitude, the flight model probably doesn't know quite how to behave itself. So I'm kind of tweaking it a bit, as it were, just by pulling a bit of pitch. It seems to have woken it up a little bit, but I'm just feeding it out just to make sure it's not going to do anything silly. So where are we? 12,800 feet. I can't remember the last time I was anywhere near this altitude in this helicopter. So probably would have been a good time to check what the service ceiling of this helicopter is. Air is definitely very thin. Definitely feels different from when I last flew it, but as I say, I suspect that's probably the altitude. Still, look at this scenery. Beautiful. So we're just going to come in and take one closer look. The helicopter doesn't feel as manoeuvrable as it normally does. Okay, right. Let's get where we're going. So the next destination is Refuge du Goûter. I have no idea what that means in French, but that is where we're going. It is so good to be flying helicopters. I was getting distracted by this up here. Let's go and have a look at that a second. I know that's not it. I wonder if that's something that's already in. What's that? Aiguille de Midi. Maybe that's something that's already in the sim. Oh, we've got a ski lift. I have got the Mamu Designs cable car and all that kind of stuff added in. So this must be something that's already in the in the sim from Asobo. I am guessing. This place is covered in interesting things to see. Okay. Now let's go and find what we came to look for. I have to say, my room is like an air fryer. To avoid me annoying the neighbours or my lovely wife, I have the door and window shut in this little room. My PC is pumping out the hot air, and I think I know what it feels to be a sausage in an air fryer right now. Okay, let's just so it's going to be on the nose somewhere. Oh, okay, I see it. I see it. A bit like doing search and rescue quite often when you're in the mountains like this. It's hard for the eye to find things when you don't have anything to any reference. It's like finding a human being up in the mountains. You need to see something. Hello? You need to see something that you can refer to. This H145 is not enjoying being up in the up at altitude, but by God, we're going to hang in there. I'm just having to be ever so gentle. Look at that scenery. That glacier there, wow. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, you can get an idea of the scale of it. You can just see the building there. Wow. Where's the wind? Okay, so I'm going to fly past it over onto that glacier, and then we will come back and head into wind. Double checking this is it. Be embarrassing to land on someone else's roof, eh? So I'm just going to creep it in. I am assuming that is the helipad on the top. It would seem the obvious place to put it, wouldn't it? Although I'm not seeing any stairs down from it. So let's just be a little bit cautious. There is no other helipad there, is there? No, okay. So we'll come back. It's always worth being polite when you're flying helicopters in a mountainous area. It's always considered a little bit rude just to set down and land on someone's roof without first checking. We overcooked that a little bit. Oh, there's the stairs. Okay, let's come back round this kind of shark fin shape. I think that's what it says in the description. Oh, okay. Yeah, helicopter definitely behaving strangely at altitude. Get so used to chucking the H145 round at low altitude, doing the hem stuff, and even in the Scottish mountains, but up here at this altitude it behaves differently, for sure. Okay, so let's come back in. The poor passengers in the back are thinking, what the hell's going on? Is he going to land here or what? So just walking it in, making sure I keep some good visibility. Slight overcorrection there. There we go, that'll do. Right, while the passengers aren't looking, let's have a quick look outside. Well, that is definitely a lot smaller than I thought it was. There you go. It's funny how things change. So the description for this is perched upon an isolated pyramidal rock island amidst the fractured ice of the Bossons. I'm going to pronounce it that way because I'm sure it's not the Bossons Glacier. The helipad offers zero margin for error, not kidding, surrounded by towering seracs and deep crevices on the historic northern route. There you go. So one of the things I did notice is that I really should have come round so we were pointing that way, and that's actually pointing into wind, and we've got the little chimneys there. So note to self, don't come at this angle again, you absolute Herbert. Okay, quick check of our routes just to make sure. Yep, so we're going to go down that way this time to the next destination, which is Refuge du Goûter. By the way, I should say apologies to anybody from this area, or indeed from France, for any pronunciation that you hear coming out of my gob. It is not the best, I am the first to admit, but I try. Okay, so wind is coming from that direction. It's only 3 knots or so, so I'm going to lift pointers that way into wind, and then we'll get going. So quick hover check, all's good, no warnings. Into the wind. Look at that, isn't it gorgeous? And we'll just gently come round because we don't want to make anyone sick in the back. Love that valley, look at that. Let's watch the speed. Helicopter behaving strangely again. Being ever so gentle on the controls because it's being a little bit rebellious. Like I said, it's not liking being up at this altitude. trying my hardest not to just whap it around like a hooligan. Wow. So we're going to go back up here. Okay, you can see it's bucking around a little bit. I'm guessing potentially we're seeing a bit of turbulence, but I'm keeping that climb in. I do hope that High Performance Group or someone can fix the H145 for the future. It really is a lovely helicopter. I love doing my search and rescue stuff in it. To be honest, I only ever really fly search and rescue HEMS in it. I don't really fly this kind of flying, but I thought, seeing as we're up in some posh skiing areas, then it was the right thing to do to fly our luxury helicopter, wouldn't it, eh? And you lads, oh, hello lads. Can't hear me, that's alright. Probably just as well. What I was going to say is they probably appreciate more flying in this luxury helicopter than in my search and rescue cab. So here we go. Our next destination, Refuge du Goûter. I appreciate that you're probably distracted by the beauty of my French accent, but please do try and pay attention to the visuals as well. Now we've got to find where this thing is. Again, a bit like search and rescue, my eye is trying to find something. So we've flown over it, okay, that's okay. Let's keep control. Watch our speed. Coming back round. French Alps are absolutely stunning. Watch the speed, please. Do not want to overtalk the helicopter. So I'm wondering if that's it down there. Look at this glacier. Stunning. Okay, I can see something there. Getting some strange movement in the heli-whopper. So I've just got a bit of a descent in, and I need to get visual with where we're going. Ah. Yeah, I can see something there. And again, you know what I was saying about perspective and the eye trying to find something that looks like it means something, but we potentially okay, maybe not. So let's come back round, watch the rotor RPM. Being very gentle. Slow rotation to the left. Still not visual with it. It's on the nose. So I think what I might do is I'm going to continue a descent. Let's just zoom the map in. Okay. Swing around here. Let's see if we can find it. Like with anything, once you've been there once, it's like you know where it is. But if you've not been there at all, so you're... Oh God! There we go. There we go. Look. Again, that's what I'm talking about. Right there. Okay. We can kill the map and we can start walking it in. Wind is on the nose. That's handy. I tell you what, I'm looking at the snow in this scenery and the ice and trying to see if that puts me off the fact that I probably have reached the temperature now of a very well cooked sausage. Right, where is the landing pad? This is a lovely... Oh, there it is. This is a lovely spot, isn't it? I was getting so distracted by the building I didn't see the pad. Isn't that beautiful? Oh look, there's lots of people. Hello everybody, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. I think next time I'm probably going to bring the 105 up, I think. I'd be interested to see how that is up here. Or even the llama. The llama was built for high altitude. Okay, a little bit high for the pad. Viz isn't too good, so let's come down. That's going to be quite a small pad, so I need to have good viz. Always interesting trying to land on something like this when the usual way that you would use your visual cues and your references isn't necessarily there. So I'm going to come over this way and steady on. Let's not get into pilot-induced oscillations, please. Thank you. This is what happens when you're looking at something right under you. And pull onto power. So I chopped the power then, thinking that we were nicely positioned on the pad, but the way it suddenly tipped back, it was obvious that it wasn't. So I'm just going to back us up a bit and let's have another think. And we're down. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking, lads, do not get out on the left hand side. Okay? Well, that is rather stunning. I kind of like this place. It's rather nice. Right, where are we going to next? Oh, of course I can't scroll on that. Let me have a look on... let me just lock off the head tracking there. So, where are we going to now? I'm just checking the... So we're going to... okay, so we've got to go back over the top. So we're going to go over some high stuff. Okay! Allons-y! Okay, concentrate, fella, concentrate. Just slip over this way. Bye, everybody! Now, I have got a lot of ice and nastiness, so I'm going to, we'll continue a climb in this direction, then we'll come around the top. I'm not going to follow the magenta line. Because that means climbing into that, or rather coming over that ridge there, so I'm just going to give us a bit more room to do the climb, watching the power. Coming in over the glacier. Really quite stunning. I am thinking there's no reason why an H145 shouldn't come up here. I'm going to check it because I know that they use the H145 in areas like this. Let's have a look. Google is your friend. Fly and Google at the same time. It's actually quite incredible. I have flown the H145 so many hours now, but because I've never flown at this altitude, it's never been anything that I've needed to worry about. Let's have a look. The service ceiling of the Airbus H145 is 20,000 feet, so there's absolutely no reason why this shouldn't be okay. So I wonder if maybe the old flight model's having a bit of trouble in the sim, perhaps. Okay, so we're going down there into the valley. Oh man, that's beautiful. There's another little spot there. Actually, that thing I just saw there, I think that's part of the Aosta scenery. So we're going down here. Okay, stand by. Okay, that's all right. We're fine. We went a bit fast there because I was concentrating too much on other things, and it through the helicopter, but we got control back, nothing to worry about here. Alright in the back. Yeah, didn't hear him scream, that's okay. That divider is rather handy. Okay, let's keep the descent in. Keep the descent in. Wow, beautiful. Keeping the descent in, watching the speed, and then we can come round, keeping the descent in. Keeping the descent in, watching the speed. And we'll come over here. Oh, God, I love it here. It is beautiful. So it's on the nose, and I'm thinking that might be it there. Just going to kill the pad. Okay, we've got something down here. I don't know if that's the helipad. We'll take a closer look. Just lifting the collective a bit just so that we're not dropping too much like a stone. Is that? No, I don't think that's a helipad. I think I may have... Okay, it's on the other side. course it is. It's that over there. That's much nicer looking building. Oh no, we're not going to go to those horrible houses what we just flew over. We're going to go here because it's going to be much nicer, isn't it? There's our helipad. Where's the wind? Okay. Okay, well I can tell we're not centered on that, but let's have a look outside. Yes, definitely more effort required there with the landing. I think it's safe to say that a little more time spent trying to get the landing in the exact right spot would have been worth it, rather than just landing on the edge of it and plonking it down because you're too eager to show people the scenery. Crying out loud, you're meant to be a pilot. Okay, so let's have a look. I believe, yep, we are going to our final destination now, which I will try and pronounce in Italian, Rifugio Monzino. Piacere. Okay. Pulling some pitch. Cover check, all good. And we'll slide over this way. And we will toot across here. How gorgeous. But hopefully you get the idea that with this kind of scenery you can very quickly in an area have a nice little tour and get in some good practice as well at the same time with the helicopter. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And it is lovely scenery. Just listening to the engine there. I have to say, I probably wouldn't bring the H145 up here again. I would be very tempted to come back in the Llama. The Taugsanger Llama is rather special. Coming over some Asobo scenery, I think. Yeah. Possibly also Mamu Design cable car lift there, I would imagine as well, has plonked itself in there. Right, can we navigate please, instead of fart-arsing around doing what you're doing. I do love being up in the mountains. Something about flying helicopters in the mountains. What do you think? Tell me. Tell me in the comments. Do you love helicopter flying in the mountains? And if so, especially at this kind of altitude, what is your preferred helicopter for this kind of flying? I would be very interested to know. Okay, so we're approaching our final destination. I'm just keeping a climb in. For anyone who's interested, I've now reached the temperature of an extremely well done overcooked sausage. Flying a little bit slowly, but only because I want to get a good look at where we're going, and I'm also getting a bit distracted by that incredible scenery over there. Focus! Focus, monsieur! Okay, I think I see something. I think I see you. Look at that glacier there. By the way, good time to say we have a Discord, so if you're into helicopters, warbirds or general aviation and you are on Discord, check the link down below and come and say hello. Really great community there. Let's just double check. Yeah, that's it. Really great community of like-minded people. Very lucky to have them. Again, you can see what I was saying before about how tiny this is, and you only realise how tiny it is as you get close to it compared to what's around. This is why sometimes it's difficult to find things. This has got a very helpful windsock. Please tell me that little round thing is not the helipad. I'm guessing that's the helipad there. Hello everybody! Just going to give you a little bit of a blow dry. That must be the helipad. There's no H on it, but the only thing I think you're probably landing on the other helipad is a remote control helicopter or a drone. Around a little, holding it steady. And we're down. Okay, let's have a look from the outside. Judgment time. Well, there you go. Look, I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. Look at the scenery out there into the distance. Stunning. Let's just bring this down. Hello, everyone all right? Everyone good? You, matey, you there in the gloves and the black leather jacket? You look suspiciously like the doctor from our helicopter. You do. Just without the sunglasses. Okay, there you go. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again to Cli4D Designs for giving me the opportunity to show this to you. This is a lovely little piece of software. Just to give you an idea, on Orbex it's $13, £9.67 of the great GBPs, or €11.36, or 18.62 Australian dollars. It's got them all. And also, just to give you some of the key features, it's got accurate helipad placements for realistic Alpine operations, handcrafted 3D models based on real architectural details, immersive terrain integration with MSFS 2024's advanced weather and lighting system, and, as they say, and it's so true, perfect for helicopter pilots and bush flyers seeking challenging landings in extreme environments. So there you go. Anyway, like I say, I hope you've enjoyed the video. We're going to put the engines to idle. We're going to go in and we're going to get a drink, non-alcoholic of course, and we're going to quite literally chill out a bit because I am roasting. But thanks for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on board. Don't forget the Discord, and I'll see you again on the channel very soon. Take care now. Bye bye.